start with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, folks, I'd like to introduce our new secretary, Carrie Dempsey.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
She's getting her feet wet tonight.
Are you done training or are you still training?
She'll be with me like 1 or 2 more days to do some of the end of the year stuff, just to
Now,
finish up.
has she done her books? Did we go, cause I'm an auditor and she should actually, we'll be doing her books for the last year. So is she done with them, do you know?
I'm not really sure of that.
Well, click down one question and ask her.
Okay.
Cause she said when the secretary changes, we're definitely supposed to do that.
Okay.
The one request, if you speak, please identify yourself until Carrie gets to know everybody, and then she can pick it up on her tape recorder and then she knows who she's speaking, okay?
She knows me.
I see me as being assistant chairman. I'll take charge of the meeting until we choose a chairman. I see no place on the agenda for public comment. But I think I'll open the floor to public comment because the rules say we gotta have public comment at the beginning of the meeting. So at this point, I'll open the floor to public comment.
Are you gonna change the locks up there?
Huh?
Are you gonna change all the locks?
That's a work in progress right now. I've got a, let's just say it's a work in progress.
I'm Judy Orzetti and I'd like to welcome you.
Thank you, Judy.
I'm Jim McLean, and on the minutes of that I have sent to my email address, it says on there about paid to bills, check number XYZ through check number ABC. Can those be identified in the minutes?
You do not get a financial report?
No.
That's it, they're identified in a financial report, Jim.
No, when I made my initial request through the Sunshine Act for the minutes and so forth, I requested the minutes of all meetings
Okay,
and reports. I don't know if I specified reports, but I specified all meetings on my letter, and I've never got all meetings.
let's see if we can work that out with Carrie. She's new at it, let her get right into it. And if you come next meeting, which is, the 10th or something,
Sure,
see what we can do with that, okay?
sure.
Multitude, John Confer, I am, and I live in Sac.
Hi, John. Nice to meet you.
I have a problem with our asphalt roads in the respect that we're using gravel on them instead of sand and salt. And it does nothing but tear up the asphalt. I would ask that you sand the areas that's asphalt and salt them. We have almost $150,000 to $200,000 worth of asphalt gone from prior administration in their thoughts and what we should do with dirt instead of asphalt. Dirt's not gonna make it out there, it's already down. We need to asphalt more of the road. We need to get somebody to write some grants so we can have some roads. That's what the other townships are doing. They're all, every one of them, except for us, are writing for grants. So we need to put a couple bucks ahead and write some grants. We need to tar and chip our roads in the community here, and also the township roads, Origin Road and Sackett Road, out to Owl's Nest, that road out there needs some work on it. Four Corners needs some work on it. hasn't been any asphalt put down in the last 4 years to help the asphalt that's already there. We've got potholes that they put stone into to make bigger potholes. We had a ditch put in below my house that they put stone in, no asphalt, and the plow's been hitting it now, so we're losing asphalt there too. We need a lot of asphalt taken care of this year if we can get somehow to do it. Mr. Wolfe, I took a tour of our township, and your people can go through 4 corners on snowmobiles with no problem. There's flags up and everything showing directions and stuff like that. And if it's allowed there, why can't we do it on Sackett Road per se? If you can do it elsewhere in the township, why is it not legal in our, so to speak, mile?
Can I answer that? I'll answer that, and that became a real problem with illegal riding on that road. That road was signed 3 or 4 different ways through the year. I had them ride down to the ATV crossing and shut them off there, had them ride down, and they just kept on going. So we just decided to shut it off there. They've got lots of room to go around anywhere they want to go. They can go through the ATV trails, the legal snowmobile trail, everything. And just to cut down the illegal riding, that's why it was done that way.
Well, the way it's set up now, they're allowed at 4 corners to ride through the community.
Correct.
And they're allowed to ride from your snowmobile club supposedly down Sackett Road to go over to the trailhead.
Right, that's about 500 or 600 feet they're allowed to do that.
Well, it's a little further than that.
Okay.
We've already measured it. Now, if we can't open the rest of the road, you're not gonna be able to go down that road because we've already talked to the state police and it's against the law to ride down the edge of that road. You can cross the road, but you cannot ride down it. Now, I can do that. I don't wanna do that. All I want you to do is allow the people the 1/4 of a mile or 3/4 of a mile to be able to ride their snowmobiles up so that there's a place for them to park their vehicles without having to walk.
They can
will
park.
allow them to park there.
They can park in the parking lot at the old Highland Hotel.
Mr. Hurst does not own that.
I spoke with Mr. Hurst.
Mr. Hurst does not own that.
Who owns that?
You'll have to find that out. He does not own that. His wife owns it. His wife owns it.
Right.
He can't own anything.
You're right.
I know.
Yeah. I'll take this all under advisement because we have to
You said
change.
that last time. Now, we got winter here now. These people are coming in. There's no place for them to park and take their sled off, then walk back down to their camp and then walk back up. That's not fair. That's not fair. Now, is it fair, Mr. Vaughn?
If somehow we should have everything the
Everywhere
same.
else in the township, it's okay, but only on Sackett Road, it's not. Now, there's something wrong here.
I mean, I understand completely what you're saying. I mean, we just gotta find the ramifications, what's legal for us to do.
Well, here's the thing about it. In this new home rule charter, I was reading it, and part of the charter is we got to review all the ordinances and renew them. So this will probably be part of the renewal of the ordinance for the snowmobile trails on the roads and township roads. And it's a work in progress. I mean,
Well,
it's,
lots of work has been in progress for 2 or 3 years now.
no, what?
First of all, you said that they could come up and unload at the camp, at your place, and then when they tried to do that, they threw them out, which is fine. And it's probably
Well,
fair. I mean,
no.
They're paying, they said they would join the club, but they had to go to Zealand and Opal to join, so that's out of the question.
No, they can join a club right at the clubhouse. Social membership is available at the clubhouse anytime there's anybody there.
They wouldn't even let them do that.
Well, somebody was bringing up because I was just at a meeting with them over the weekend. I'll take care of that. All right, the rest of it is, the ordinance must be reviewed, all of them. So we gotta get that started and work on it.
All right, now, I'm not done. We have an attorney who done absolutely nothing for this township other than to spend our money. Many, many thousands of dollars. I would ask that you allow him to retire and hire somebody out of Elk County, and there's a lot of new people down there looking for work that are attorneys. This attorney we have out of Warren represented 2 different oddities, and it's very apparent that he wasn't representing the complete township. And we need to replace. That's something I want you people to consider.
Could we have Carrie send out applications again? Could we have Carrie call around again?
To him?
To him, I mean, it was Mr. Bellavino. Could we have Carrie call around to Elk County again? Different law offices in Elk County, and we get a price. And we could appoint because I think we have to appoint Mr. Bellavino right now because we have nobody to replace Mr. Bellavino, for right or wrong.
Brown's
But,
looking for work.
excuse me, sir?
Mr. Brown is looking for work, and he's an attorney out of Ridgeway and Newton.
Okay.
And he's been in the King paper.
Okay.
And he's looking, and I'm sure that he would be glad to sit here, and I don't think it would cost us the kind of money that cost us before. Secondly, thirdly, and fourthly, during my tenure out here of almost 20 years, I have never, ever, ever seen the roads taken care of the way they are this year. Horrible. We need to do something with whom you people have in charge at the present time, because apparently he's almost cost one man his life. And he does not listen to anybody, and he tells so many wild stories I can't keep up. He's even worse than Mr. Wolfe. He tells so many stories I can't keep up to. One day that the federal government owns a road from where he has his snowmobile thing back all the way to Sackett now. It says it's a township road. And then from Four Corners out to 66, that's supposed to be federal road. It's not. It's a township road too. It's listed as township. Now the properties out there where I'm at go to the center of the road.
There's no right-of-way for the road?
There's a right of way for the road, certainly, but the properties deed to the center of the road.
And that's a 60-foot right-of-way.
Well, 60 foot, it could be. My yard was destroyed by your people. It's still destroyed. I had them come back out, and they did 2 or 3 swipes, and I got them out of there because they were destroying it more. I'd like to have that rectified. I can put somebody out there that can straighten that out so that I have a yard left instead of a mountain. You folks were there. We have photographs, pictures. This gentleman here come out and took them. I've come in here and I asked to have it straightened out. They said somebody ought to straighten it out. Like I said, go look at it. I know that you won't, Mr. Wolfe. Matt's been there. I know that you wouldn't lower yourself to come out when they asked, and then you told the man not to come out. And we have that on tape last night. I don't
Are
know
you
what
done?
I've ever done to you, but by God, I'll tell you what, you're playing with the wrong guy. I'm telling you that right now.
You done?
All
You
these
threatening
people
me?
here- No, I'm not.
Are you threatening me? I mean,
Oh,
this is a
sure.
public
I said
meeting.
You're playing against the wrong
I
person.
consider that a threat.
Well, I'm sorry you do. I'm
Well,
not trying to
I want
threaten you.
that,
If I was threatening you, you wouldn't be there.
yeah, I hear you.
I spent my time in Vietnam. You wouldn't be there.
Good.
I know where you were sent. Nowhere.
Let's just move
Did
on.
you ever serve? No.
10 years.
I know I run you down. I know
All right, you're
I
done.
know your whole thing.
You're done. You're calling names, everything, you're
No,
done.
I'm not calling you names. started.
I didn't start anything.
Nor would I.
Okay.
I'm trying to ask you to do something with your two men that are running the snow plows, and then it goes over into this type of thing. We've got
Okay.
a mess out there.
You're done. Your comments are done. Your time's up. You have any public comments you want to make, Kevin?
No, I just have a letter
Okay.
on behalf of the Water Authority. Just explain the reasons why we can't get that taken off the taxes.
Okay, good. Tom? Okay. Public comment is closed. Okay, for the appointments, we need to appoint a temporary chairman of the Board of Supervisors. It's up to you.
I think we should appoint Mr. Wolfe as temporary chairperson.
Okay, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Appoint a temporary secretary treasurer. Appoint Carrie.
I second it. All in favor?
All in favor.
Aye.
Appoint a chairman.
I'd like to appoint James Wolfe chairman.
I'll second it.
All in,
Discussion? Okay, so be it. Vice chairman.
I thought, oh, I'm sorry. I thought somebody said something.
Vice chairman. I'd like to appoint Matt Vaughn as vice chairman.
I accept.
Matt Vaughn, all approved.
Aye.
Secretary treasurer.
I'd like to appoint Carrie.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye. Set rate of pay. Her rate of pay when she was hired was $12 an hour, and after 3 months, we'll raise her pay to $13 an hour,
I agree with that.
okay? That was part of her. Set the treasurer's bond.
Can do last year's.
Yeah, same, but what we have last year, 400,000?
400,000, yeah.
400,000 is what I thought it was. Okay, appointments. The solicitor. Now, we have a discussion about the solicitor. Everybody seems to think I was involved with this solicitor quite a bit last year. And he did quite a bit of work with us on the lawsuits, which nobody knows anything about and was not familiar. As you know, the lawsuit has settled. We lost. Seneca got so much out of that, but we don't owe them. They settled it without any financial cost to us other than what we had to pay the attorneys to fight the lawsuit. The only thing that's left in the lawsuit department is the insurance company's lawsuit against us about covering some part of the lawsuit. But I think that will go away once they find out that Judge Baxter has ruled and closed the lawsuit. My opinion of it is, I think we ought to keep Bevavino at least for a while until we can find another solicitor. Let him get this straightened out.
What about the forensic audit?
That's what I gotta check on. I don't know.
But he's in charge of that?
I think it's the way I think that's the way it was handled. They sort of kept me out I was out on left field on that and did not get any paperwork on it. I'll just have to get a hold of them and see where it's at.
But you will try to get a different lawyer to put out feelers and letters?
Well, I understand what Jim's saying.
Because we're already in something.
Because we're already gonna pay, we'd probably have to pay somebody more to get up to speed if this settles.
Yeah.
But we want Carrie to call people, we'd like Carrie to call people in Elk County with the plans of trying to get somebody from Elk County.
You know, I worked with the guy, you know, for the last year, and he's a good attorney. He knows his stuff. I have no problem with it. He charged us a good bit of money, but he put a lot of time in there.
Who's this, Bellavina?
Yeah, Bevavino, yeah. I've dealt with him numerous times, and we've dealt with him over the lawsuits and stuff. And he done his job. I can't complain about that part of it. So let's, as far as I'm concerned, I make a motion, we keep Bevavino in for a while until we can get a different,
I second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
We're gonna retain our engineer from last year, aren't we?
The engineer, we decided to use him on an as-needed basis. The sewage code enforcement officer, I make the motion, we keep Russ Braun.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Backup sewage code enforcement officer, I can't think of the guy we had. There's only one other one, and he's from, I think he's from Warren.
Or did we use Fox's?
Huh?
Did we use Fox Townships?
No,
Wasn't,
no, it was another guy, it was another one. And just say we'll use the same one we used last year. Open records right to know officer. Carrie, that's usually the secretary.
Okay.
With your limited knowledge of the right to, my suggestion is we'll make you as right to know officer with both Matt and I as your assistants to keep it up with you until we can get a class and get this stuff for you to be able to do it efficiently.
Okay.
And anybody that comes in and wants to know something, I think they've got 5 working days before we have to give them an answer on it.
Okay.
So let's do it that way, and then just say, hey, we'll get it, and then we'll work to get it until we get this thing, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
You understand what we're doing? Chief Administrative Officer for the Township Pension Fund.
we Carrie again?
Yeah. You put your name down. We just nominated you.
Carrie.
Okay.
You deal with, what's her name in PSATs.
Okay.
I can't think of her name, but. Wage tax receiver, that is, Berkheimer and Associates. Is that who we've been using? Yeah, Berkheimer and Associates. I make a motion, we use Berkheimer.
I second it.
Okay, roadmaster, road foreman, and a set rate of pay. What they've done the last time is the supervisors were the roadmaster. Tommy was the foreman, and Jeremy was the road officer.
Yeah.
You have any problem with that?
For now, I mean, we can always revisit it.
Yeah, we can revisit
Revisit
it.
it.
Right.
For now, we'll keep it the same. We'll be the roadmaster.
It will be the roadmaster, and
Okay.
when the auditors come in, you should maybe set a pay scale for the roadmaster in case one of he or I gotta go out and do something constructive. We're not allowed to get paid unless, as roadmasters, we can get an hourly salary if you,
Didn't we go through that last?
You guys have to set it.
Yeah, but we did.
I don't think we went through it last
Because
year.
it wasn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
brought up till, no, it wasn't even brought up till later when it got changed over, so it
was
is
a
in
set
there.
amount, though. There
Yeah.
was a set amount set.
Okay, if it is, we'll find it. Just,
I think it was $10. I'm almost
yeah, okay.
positive of that.
Seemed to me that you're right.
Yeah. And would that be a fair enough amount?
Sure. It's $10 more than we get now.
Yeah, right. So that we'll visit that tomorrow.
Okay. Now, do we want to keep their pay the same, or should we give them a raise in pay?
I think everybody needs a cost of living.
Okay, I agree with, they haven't had, nobody's got a raise in pay in 3 years.
I mean,
Let's raise a cost of living will be about 50 cents.
I agree with it.
Okay, you agree? I make a motion, we raise our pay scale 50 cents an hour,
I second it.
From the beginning of the year.
Retroactive right now.
right now, next pay period,
I mean, and there's,
as of today.
there's other things. I mean, things will change, John. You just gotta bear with us. Things will change.
Emergency Management Coordinator,
Tommy,
Tom Orzetti, and he works with the fire department on that thing also. Correct, Tommy?
Correct.
Okay, Act 32, delegate and alternate for the McKean County Tax Collection Committee.
probably you got more time.
Me, yeah,
If you would,
yeah. I'll accept it.
all in favor.
Recreation Committee President,
Will you be it again, sweetheart? Thank you. That's Marcia Peel,
Marcia Beal.
yes.
Okay.
Vacancy board. If we wanna do it. I didn't see it on here.
I don't see it on there. One thing is not on there is a vacancy board. With this new home rule charter, it's quite definite how it goes, but if the remaining supervisors cannot agree, if there's more than one or two candidates available, and they can't agree, then you gotta have a vacancy board chairman to make up the decision.
Mr. Kevin Moran showed interest in it. I'd like to nominate him.
I'll second it. Are you willing to take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All in favor.
Name depositories. That's Hamlin Bank.
Okay.
Is that the only one? No,
Do we still have
They
Northwest?
pulled it out of Northwest.
they pulled everything out of Northwood, just Hamlin Bank, correct?
I thought they were closed that. No, that's not
Yeah, they closed down Northwest account.
it. They should do it.
Vacation days, pay, I think that's already set. Vacation, we'll just keep it the same. And you might want to note in there that the vacation is accrued at 2.5 days a month until you get your full allotted pension time in that you have allocated. Correct? That's been like that for 4 or 5 years now. Holidays, we'll keep them the same. Sick period and personal days. What we got?
What is their amount of vacation actually?
Tommy gets 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
We capped it at 4 weeks quite a few years ago. Jeremy gets a week,
Okay.
up to 3 years. But the reason we did that is, he wants to take his vacation the first month. He wants to take his 4 weeks. And we said, no, you get 2.5 days a week per month. In other words, it takes him 6 months to get his whole 4 week salary, or 4 weeks in. Because we run into that problem and, okay? Sick and personal days, I don't know what the heck they are even.
Being there.
Did you have anything on them?
It's
Sick
in
days?
It's in the employee handbook. I think.
Okay, well, let's keep them what they are. I'll make a motion, we keep them what they are.
I second it.
Rate of pay for employees, I think we got that already established. Mileage rate,
We're gonna keep it at 53.5.
yeah, okay, 53.5, that's a state mandated federal. Okay, establish regular monthly meeting, location, time, and dates for Board of Supervisors. We've been asked to change our meeting date. But it seems to me we did this last year and we run into a bunch of confusion. As far as I'm concerned, we keep it the same. Second Wednesday, 7 o'clock at night. Satisfy you?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, reapprove road bonding, occupancy permit, and SEO fee schedule. I think that's all.
It's gonna be the same.
That's all, keep that all the same, you agree?
I agree.
Okay. Now it says here, public comment on an agenda. I'll give everybody a,
I've got a question. You give everybody a 50-cent raise, but it was unclear whether you give it to the secretary.
you missed out on that. I said the secretary has her rates set separately, and she's hired at $12 an hour for 3 months, and then it raises to $13 an hour.
Yes, I heard that, but then you said you.
Oh, just the road employees.
And she's still scheduled at 20 hours a week?
20 hours a week, 8:30 to 1:30, Monday through Thursday. She said that was a good schedule for her.
I'll send some
Okay,
changes. Works.
One other thing before, Kevin,
Yes.
Do you want us to go over this, Kevin?
Yeah, if you have somebody read the letter.
I'll try. We got a letter from the, addressed to us, from the Highland Township Municipal Authority, and I'm just gonna read this, okay? The Highland Township Municipal Authority wishes to address the recent vote by the Township Supervisors to change the way the authority has received operation revenues for the sewer system since it was built. The Highland Township Supervisors were co-signers on the sewage system loan. The Water Authority did not want to take over the operations of the sewage system, but the supervisors nevertheless put it upon them. Because the township is on a hook for repayment of the loan in event of the default by the authority, and to protect the rest of the property owners in the outlying areas of the township, the supervisors, in agreement with the authority, decided that leaving the long-standing sewage fee on the property taxes for James City would be the best way to ensure the sewage system would be able to remain solvent with minimum costs to the system users when compared to costs of monthly bills and collections. If the authority finds that current fees being charged are not enough to meet expenses, they discuss the problems and request that the supervisors adjust the sewage fee on property tax billing accordingly. The authority has not raised the sewage usage fee in 6 years. If the sewage usage fee is allowed to be removed from the property tax bills, it is our opinion the monthly costs to the residents will have to be raised substantially to cover the cost of extra labor, postage, billing cost, legal fees for collections and unpaid accounts. By leaving the billing as it has been for many years, all these costs are eliminated, and people that pay yearly get a discount, and those that are on delinquent payments pay a penalty and interest. And there are no billing costs for delinquent accounts, collections, expenses due to the fact that the county handles all that. The Highland Township Municipal Authority has already submitted our 2018 budget to our loan specialist using the previous billing method. By changing the billing method with no notice and without consultation with the authority, the former supervisors who voted on the change have undercut the responsibility that the township originally entrusted to the authority to control all operations and budgeting of the sewage system. We were given no time to set up monthly billing and to determine multiple cost considerations to the budget. Without being given time to make an informed decision on the adjustment, we will need to make current changes to allow for additional cost of operation. We cannot set the user fee with any degree of confidence that all expenses and loan obligations must be met, or will be met, I am sorry. This could result in underfunding for the system and the ability to pay our creditors. For the above reasons, the Highland Township Municipal Authority respectfully requests the supervisors reinstate the sewage usage fee on the 2018 property tax bills at the same rate of 2017. Should the supervisors decide not to, the authority will have to seriously consider returning all responsibility for the sewage system operations back to the township, as sustainability of the system without their cooperation would be in question. The authority has previously invited the supervisors to come to our meetings so that they could be made aware of the issues the authority was facing, but only one supervisor ever bothered to attend. We hope that with new leadership at the township, there will be an opportunity for greater communication and cooperation between the township and the authority for the benefit of all residents that are served. Thank you. Signed, Mr. Moran.
I have a couple comments, Kevin. I had a meeting with the county commissioners here recently. Dan Freeberg says he don't think that we can get rid of the sewage tax. He thinks it's grandfathered in with the loan to the rural water people that you got the loan from, and that was their method of guaranteeing repayment of the loan. Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah. Yes,
Is that true?
that's true.
In other words, the sewage tax stays until the loan is paid.
I think that's the way Sue had it stated in the letter also.
You know, I spent a lot of time with him and listened to him, and he seemed to think that was the way it went.
It definitely is grandfathered in. I said that at the township meeting. It's been grandfathered in. They started out at $5 or $10 and they raised it a little bit. And then when the sewer system went in, that's what they did to guarantee that they could pay it.
You know, my question, whether we want to or not, we can't get rid of it.
Good.
You agree?
Yes, but I mean, you're gonna submit a letter back down to the courthouse saying that you overturned that?
Well, I don't think it ever made it to the courthouse.
They didn't?
No.
Okay.
I asked about it, and at that point, last week, they hadn't received it, and I told them, if I get it, just hold on to it until this meeting, until we make a decision on what goes on it.
I have a suggestion. These people that they exonerated last week, Van Tassel's and Mr. Riggle's father, 3 houses, Van
No,
Tassel.
they didn't, they never got that through in the meeting, I'm pretty sure.
Well, somebody better let them know for sure that it wasn't gone through. It didn't go through. You know, because I'm sure Glenn said that he got it off, and I'm sure Bob
Yeah.
Riggle told his dad they got it
You
off.
know,
It's been
I have a
for
very
years,
strong
you know,
feeling
house.
about it. I'm not in on this argument, but I'm trying to be fair to everybody in what you get. If there's a building on the property, I don't care what kind of shit, it has the possibility of being occupied.
That's right.
Till
I
storm
mean,
down.
somebody could remodel the building and occupy it. For me, I can't understand why they have these houses on there, they're not using it in such shape and paying taxes and paying everything on them, in 2 years' taxes and stuff, they could have the building tore down and get rid of it. But that's not mine.
I would, as a bystander here, I would request that the supervisors reverse that decision, last month's decision.
Thank you.
Publicly.
Thank you for the comments. John, do you have a comment?
No, I'm like you, I don't.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah,
affect
what's
me,
going on?
but me being the supervisor, I don't want the rest of the township picking up something that isn't.
There's no problem with me, I agree, but somehow or another, you gotta be able to collect your money on a year period instead of 3 years like it is. You know, you're in the debt for, what, $80,000?
I don't know what they're in, I didn't get in.
We're eventually gonna get our money through time though. They get to a certain 3 years and then they have to pay up one.
Tom, you got any comments?
Eventually comes to the property sold and they get a little.
All right.
money back from
I think the best thing though is this doesn't become a ward on the rest of Highland Township.
Right.
That's why I think we have to get it
Uh,
back on the tax roll.
All right, then, it is a, Chairman, I'll make a motion that we rescind the order, the motion. We rescind it and go back to the tax method. And basically, the biggest reason I am making that is I think you can't do it.
It's cost efficient.
Well, not the cost, it's grandfathered in. And I would like you to, Kevin, to research this a little bit and come up with something on it that we can hang our hat on and say, this is what we gotta do. Okay?
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we rescind the order.
I second your motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're back on the taxes.
Okay.
The other thing is, you're 9 months into the
Billing
season.
cycle.
If you go on to a cash pay, you only got 3 months to go.
That was craziness for them to
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, that's where it's at. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
Thank you for attending.